better than
wait.
Dead Rising.
All right, let's go.
Is New Vegas works in? Oh, so we're good.
Yeah.
So we're talking right now.
Yes.
That's
Ooh,
great start. Anyhow, okay.
the most
How are all
professional.
of you?
Terrible.
Bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
Why is that,
because I'm talking to you.
Oh, damn.
buddy? I'm not taking that right now. So have any of you figured out any new things? Any movies you'd like to recommend? Anything like that?
Suicide Squad.
I know this. Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I
'Cause
love.
I've heard weird things. I've heard mixed.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I only had 2 problems with it, but they were at the ending.
Okay, is it because of story-wise?
Yeah, it's not really the story, but just how it ends, like the note it does. I don't like it.
See, my thing is, I've heard it's more of an action movie. It's not really like how, like, comic-wise, like how it was, which is what annoyed most people.
Yeah, it's definitely action central movie,
Mhm.
and to me it feels like it's written by Marvel, where there's tons of jokes, try to lighten the mood.
Oh, so it's not like a DC movie like we've seen, like where Batman, like, super serious and everything.
No, which I was hoping it would be more, but that's why they reshot it, because they wanted it
I
to
mean,
be
I
more
think they
funny.
wanted a different view of, like, the characters. Like, they remade, like, how Joker and Harley looked. Like, it wasn't...
Yeah,
I don't think they were trying to go for original Suicide Squad style.
yeah, but it's cool because they do have stuff for referring to the original Joker and Holly costumes in the movie.
Oh,
That's cool.
nice. Who do
Yeah,
you think was the standout actor in it? Or
definitely
actress?
Will Smith.
Will Smith on Deadshot.
He did amazing.
Now,
I heard
did he
he's
play?
one best.
What?
You cut.
I thought we were going to finish.
No.
So, did Will Smith actually play Deadshot, or did he do the usual? He played Will Smith again.
He played Deadshot.
Really?
Yeah, he did a great job playing as his character and not just him again.
Wow.
Like there was one standout point where it's like that's Will Smith at the shot, but other than that, he did great.
Also,
Oh.
what about that new Jason Bourne?
I have
I've
not
heard
seen that.
stuff about that.
I want to see it though. It looks cool.
I have not seen any of the Bourne series, which annoys me because I've wanted to. I've heard they're really good.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one, and it was great.
What else is out right now?
Killing Joke. That was one.
That's an animated thing.
Yo, Killing Joke, top notch movie.
Top notch.
Yeah,
How do you feel on
amazing.
animation?
the animation was a bit weird at first because it's like the show, but they did a twist on it with the characters.
Uh huh.
I think they did it very well.
So was it like a comic?
Was like a what?
Yeah, I did cut out. Was it like was it comic booky or was it like the animated adventures?
It was like a combined. It was like half and half.
Uh-huh.
Like it was leaning more towards the TV show animation, but they did have hints of like comic books.
So we're talking like Batman animated adventure, or are we talking like the Justice League style?
Not the Justice League.
So like Batman animated adventure?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about the story? Did it keep people? Was it like gripping?
It kept me. The only problem most people have with the movie is they add a half hour of Batgirl stuff to get you to like and realize how important this character is. So they add a half hour.
So they just sort of did it so that you could get connected with a character that had really nothing to do with it?
Yeah, because in the comic book she only has one scene. So they're like, we have to make people care about her.
Yeah.
So they added the first half hour is just Batgirl. and then it gets to the comic book, and then it gets really good. Like if you see it, I would recommend skipping the first half hour part and just getting right where the comic starts.
Does it matter like anything if you would skip the half hour, or would the story still make sense?
The first half hour and the second part of the movie has no correlation.
Okay.
They just added it on so you cared about Batgirl. Yeah, the best parts of the movie though were there were shots that were straight from the comic book, like word for word, image for image, and those were the best parts.
So, off the topic, I guess, of movies, how have any of you played any newer games or recent games that have really stood out to you?
The only game I've gotten recently is the new Doom.
The new Doom, how is that? I've seen gameplay of it, but like,
it's very fast and good.
Very
fast. And the story is, the story is surprisingly long. It took me like 4 days to complete it.
See, my thing with it, I saw it looked a little bit repetitive, but is it still enjoyable?
Yeah, it is repetitive, but you just have a lot of fun killing demons and stuff. It doesn't really come to your mind.
Mm-hmm. So it's more like a beat 'em up, but with like first person.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And cool. It's kind of like Metroid because they give you an open segment of an area, and they're like, you can either do this objective or just go around finding secret stuff.
So like original Metroid?
Yeah.
My thing, because I saw, do you start out with all the weapons or do you collect those as you go?
You collect them. Okay. You start off with a pistol and a normal shotgun, and then you get more and more as you progress.
Okay.
It's, from what I've seen, because I've seen a couple playthroughs of it, and I plan on getting it, and I had it on Steam for a little bit. It's meant to be for the people that played the original Dooms, but it can also be for the new people.
See, I was going to ask that. How does it compare to the other Dooms?
It's not as fast, like movement wise. And
do you think it's a good, I guess, spiritual successor to original Doom?
Yeah, it's a very good successor.
Better
to it.
than Doom 3 was.
Oh, yeah, it was much better. And the ending is open for a sequel to this Doom.
To what?
To the Doom. They might.
So they might make another one?
Yeah, I'm hoping they do because this one was really good.
I mean, how do you feel if Bethesda revived the Doom franchise? Do you think they'd have success with it again?
I feel like they would. Enough people loved the original Doom, and people just want games where it's mindless fun and tons of gore.
Yeah. How did you feel about, so this is dealing with Bethesda, the Quake? The newest Quake Champions, I think it was?
Yeah, Quake Champions. I don't know, because I honestly haven't seen the trailer for that, and I never actually played the original Quake games, so I have no idea what that's about.
I can take over for this one. Okay, so
all right.
It started off with Wolfenstein Doom, and then they made a fully 3D, the first, ones that those guys made, 3D shooter, and you went through like Lovecraftian levels, medieval style levels, sci-fi style levels, and then it was all sci-fi later on. Mm-hmm. But mostly, no one really cared about the story too much. It was all the multiplayer, which was like a classic arena style shooter, and had all the stuff we think of as conventional, I guess you could say. It had
tournaments before, right?
Yeah, QuakeCon.
Yeah,
they still have.
Yeah.
Well, this time, this Quake Legends, they're it's not going to be like the original Quake. Like all their remakes so far have been faithful to the original, but this is different. This has it's like Overwatch or TF2. It has like a hero you pick, and yeah.
So it's going off of the original like formula of like a class with like a certain gun and everything.
Yeah, it's less paying homage to the originals and more being something new, which is unlike.
That's
it's
pretty
like
cool.
a team shooter.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those class-based shooters.
Okay.
That's actually going to be pretty interesting because the Doom multiplayer is fun, but it's there.
That's
Yeah.
what I heard about it. Like,
And it, what?
no, you can.
Like the multiplayer, you unlock all the weapons and demons you can play as extremely fast. So once you get everything, it's just there to distract you.
Okay, so it's like a side thing. So multiplayer
Yeah.
is not like a big focus.
No, like it is very good. Like, but you level up fast. Like there was double EXP weekend when I got it. I leveled up 51 times in a weekend.
So is there any like what I guess call a prestige system in the Doom there?
Yeah. Well, not really prestige. Once you hit level 50, it resets your level to level 1, and it gives you a tick marker showing how many times you hit level 50.
See, I've been seeing it like Overwatch did this weird. They do that now where it's like you hit a certain level and then you can't back to your original level and you just keep getting like a marker that shows.
Yeah. Like nothing happens once you hit level 50, you just get a tick mark and you go back down.
See, which I sort of like in that because like I don't like games giving sort of tactical advantages or advantages through leveling.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, especially in a multiplayer game. So, in the Doom multiplayer, would you say it feels like the game, like the single player, or is it completely like different?
Like you controlling it feels the same, but it's different because you're going against human players with the same weapons you have. So you either have to be more careful, just choose the right weapons that you like, or have good demons. Because in every mode except Soul Harvest, demon runes will spawn every couple minutes, and you can take control of a demon for 60 seconds. But if the enemy team kills your demon, they get to control it, and if they have a better demon, you won't get it back.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Soul Harvest is definitely the best mode because the demon timer doesn't run out. It's constantly switching which team has the demon.
Thinking back, I guess, on a few bigger things. Let's start from the beginning. How did you guys? This is a little bit going back to E3, dealing with one of Nintendo's big announcements. How did you feel about the new Pokemon Sun and Moon? We'll get to the Legend of Zelda later.
I honestly do not like. I like the character designs of the new Pokemon, but I don't like the new Pokemon.
New Pokemon. How do you feel about the forms that they've shown so far?
The only form I like is the Executor one because of all the memes about him. Like that's the best part.
What I think though that is that some of them make sense in a way, some of them don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand Meowth. That one's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
It's weird. The Ninetales one, I like the design of it. It's a little interesting. I like the way they're going with it because it brings a new spin on old Pokemon. Some people might not like that, but
like the one I love the most is the Sandshrew, where it becomes an ice type.
That's
I like
a good
this. I like the Sand Slash design. Sandshrew a little weird. It looks like it has like a cap.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't make sense because why is Sandshrew becoming an ice type? It looks cool though.
Well, I think it's funny that this is the game series that always uses the words evolution wrong, and now they're fleshing out evolution for real.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but what doesn't make sense a little weird is like Ninetales and Sand Slash and Sandshrew. They're all like fire ground, like all that.
Yeah.
They are
fire
in Hawaii.
Ground, and then switching to an ice.
They're in
type.
Hawaii and they're switching to an ice type. Now I don't know what that means, but
so I'm just gonna point out it just started downpouring.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
All right.
We're gonna melt.
Actually, you know what? Now that I question it, how is that freaking palm tree a dragon?
Yeah, he's always. It's weird.
I feel like it has to deal with like some idea they've had with it, because it does seem like Executor would have a different evolution after it.
Yeah.
They
Well, even
actually,
in you can go.
they actually showed the idea of it, stretching out in some of the Pokedex entries that it originally was taller,
Well, yeah,
and some
it's
old
that
art.
it's gotten small. It's smaller in like the way that it is that it grows. So
Yeah.
they played around with the ideas before.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this? Is one of the most recent one, the Raichu.
I hate it. I hate it so
Really?
much.
I like its typing.
Like
Its design is weird.
the design is weird. Like I don't like the ears or the tail, but its face is adorable.
Yeah, that's definitely one.
But I don't like how it's a psychic, and it's standing on its tail floating.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That's a little weird. I like the way they're going with this though. These new types that they're fleshing out through older Pokemon.
Yeah, like it's a cool idea. I just don't like any of them so far.
Also, how do you feel about those Z forms? Do you remember those things?
The only one I saw was the one with the fire starter, where it becomes a giant fireball.
Yeah, there's the fire starter. There's one with the mongoose one that it changes, and
They made
my
a.
biggest- you can go.
They showed some newer ones. Like one of them was like a fish, and it switches forms to like a what's it called? A school
yeah,
of
That
school.
fish.
is so
school of
cool.
fish.
I like that idea
Yeah, like
so much.
if this replaces the mega evolutions, I'm all for it because I hated the mega evolutions.
Here's my thing. It seems like they might either keep the mega evolutions or they're gonna go Z forms as the new big mega thing. Because these are low.
I just don't.
The Alolan, it doesn't seem like they're the big OP forms, if you will. Like,
Yeah, I just don't like the mega evolution, so I want them to get rid of that.
well, I like the idea of mega evolutions. The stat changes were a little crazy.
Yeah, like the idea is cool. I just don't like how they did it. Like they're so overpowered.
Yeah.
So you'd rather if it was more like a different type of change, like a side grade, rather than a just straight upgrade.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah,
Maybe
that makes
if
sense.
it was just like, because I know it does it for like mostly all the stats. Maybe if it upped like maybe one stat or something like that.
Yeah, either that or they give it a different 4 different moves for just that mega evolution state.
That'd be interesting if it gave it certain move types.
Yeah, like your Alakazam gets these 4 concrete moves when it mega evolves.
That'd be an interesting thing. The issue is people would here and there say that you're taking away what it is
The
with
choice.
Pokemon, like where you can teach them moves.
Your
Yeah.
choices.
Yeah.
They just give
Yeah,
you
like-
stock templates.
I get that, but it's like they're so overpowered that giving them overpowered moves just you can destroy anyone in one hit.
So the thing was that in France we had fashion people, the fashion police, if you will, running around. Now we have edgy gangsters.
Yeah, the skulls.
The Team
Straight up.
Skull.
My guess is okay. We've had mafia, gang wars, cultists, PETA.
Games would be more liked by people that have played the main series, because like if you've been playing Zelda your whole life, you're like, oh hey, well let's try Force Heroes and Hyrule Warriors are like so different, so it's just kind of like, oh hey, something new. Whereas people that are kind of new to Zelda play and they're like, ew, this sucks.
No.
Well, that's the biggest thing I think is what they're trying to do. Yes, they came out with a few side games, but now they're trying to get back to the
main.
original formula.
Yeah.
Well, not the original formula, but like original like Zelda's like style.
Yeah, the mainstream
Yeah.
Zelda.
They did amazing with Hyrule Warriors.
I will
Yeah,
say Hyrule Warriors is a good game.
I like that game a lot.
No Dynasty Warrior, I don't know how. I haven't played a Dynasty Warrior game, so I can't express my
You
my
definitely
opinion on
should.
that. But... So, let's see, going on.
Things crossbow
Do any
training
of
is
you
best Zelda
have
game.
anything you feel about? I know Justin probably has some.
About what?
I don't know anything.
Oh. What about Anna from Overwatch?
Anna from Overwatch. Okay, well, so from a competitive standpoint, we're gonna go first off competitive instead of like a casual. Competitive people don't run her yet
Oh, really?
that I've seen. No. The reason is I think because she's trying to do too much and most other supports are more viable. Also, the Zenyatta buff, that's a big thing with it.
Yeah,
In a
definitely.
casual play, she's really fun. She's cool to play. She's a little weird to handle with because you can't shoot through teammates, and that can get a little crazy. But overall, she's a cool hero.
Yeah, I feel like she's definitely more for the casuals who just want to have fun playing the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she brings a lot of utility to the game, but in a competitive way, that would not work.
Yeah. What do you feel about her ability to make people fall asleep?
It's good. It's designed perfectly, in my opinion. Because what it is it's so there's a little bit of a startup time. She pulls it out, she shoots. That's not the big thing. What it is she'll hit them, they'll go to sleep. The biggest thing about it is if your team hits them, they wake up.
Yeah.
So what it is it's either you coordinate with your team and get a lot done by putting to sleep, say, a tank or a big DPS person and wipe their team and then take them out, which is really good. Or you can have it where you sleep dart them just for a brief second so your team can get their senses together. Or you can have it where you sleep dart them and then they immediately get knocked back up.
Yeah.
Like, overall, she's a cool character and everything. And
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She got recently buffed with her fire rate and her magazine. Her magazine holds 2 more instead of 8, and it shoots faster.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
I've only
I know how
played Overwatch once, and Junkrat is the best character.
Junkrat.
He's cool.
People will fight you.
Yeah, probably.
The thing is,
he's my best character, so I don't really have much argument against him.
It's based on just that of how, well, yeah, I'm gonna say because I absolutely despise this guy. This is complete bias, so don't take this in a neutral thing. I hate him because he takes like no skill. You shoot grenades on the ground, people run into them.
Well,
yeah, he doesn't take much skill. Like, the only skill part of him, I would say, is the coordinating your trap.
I like the trap aspect of it. That's a cool thing. His mine can get annoying. I like the trap mine combo. That's cool.
Yeah.
I hate, though, that you can throw out the mine immediately and detonate in someone's face for like over 100 damage.
Yeah, that could definitely be nerfed.
His ultimate's fine with me, too. I don't have
complaints. They should nerf the damage when it's in the air, but keep the damage if it's on a wall or something.
Yeah, if it's already planted, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mercy is the hardest to control, in my opinion. I mean, she's cool, but I couldn't figure out how to, like, do anything.
Well, the thing with Mercy is it's all about positioning. This is coming from the dude who's played, I think, like 18 hours on her, so I know my stuff. The biggest thing with Mercy is you have to know positioning and who to damage boost.
Yeah.
Because what it is some Mercies will hold their stream on like the tank and only heal them, and we did it, but everyone else is dead. So
it's the nature of a typical RPG.
And you also have to know when to use your ult.
It's a big balancing act, and what it usually is when you want to use ult is you want to waste enemy ultimates. So if you, like, say in your group chat or whatnot, you have like a full team, or at least have some of a team, you can coordinate deaths so that people waste their ultimates, and then your team can clean up.
Yeah.
So who's your least favorite character, both of you?
My least favorite character, Junkrat. End of discussion.
Well, to play as.
To play as, my least favorite character to play as, I cannot play Widowmaker for my
Oh,
life.
really?
No,
I can't.
on keyboard and mouse, it's something else, dude.
See, I play on a PS4, so some characters are much easier or harder.
Mhm.
Like Farah, I can't control in the air.
Yeah.
Like once she gets into air, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
But overall, my least favorite character to play as is Hanzo.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for me, I just can't kill anyone with him.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, yes. Big in the news today, No Man's Sky released. Oh boy.
Yeah,
But so far, it's been mostly negative.
yeah. Which sucks, sadly, because the hype for that game when it was announced, even for me, was super high.
The hype was really high. I didn't really hear about it until recently, and I looked into it, and I just thought, I'm a little bit of a sadistic person when it comes to games like that, when they get overhyped. So I was just like, I hope it plummets.
Wow.
And so, well, like, not like plummet, like, it looked like a cool game and I could see it being good, but just like deep down, I was just, like, a secret part of me was just like, it'll probably fail.
Yeah.
And my biggest issue was they were promising too much.
Yeah, they definitely promised more than what they could have done.
Yeah, like, it went from quality over quantity to quantity over quantity. Like,
Yeah.
cool, 18 quintillion planets, but if none of them are different or something's different about them and it's the same game,
Yeah.
I would not like it. Now, granted, I haven't played the game. I can't say that I have, so I can't be like, what do you think about the game because I know so. But overall, what I've heard and what I've seen, it seems like it gets very, very repetitive.
Yeah, I've been hearing it's just a giant collectathon.
Mm-hmm. The
Like,
biggest issue people were having was one, they wanted multiplayer. They didn't get multiplayer, even though they were promised multiplayer.
They didn't give multiplayer at all. Like originally, they said on the space stations or whatever that it's like a hub world. You'll see all these different players just going around, like buying stuff, like a social area.
Uh-huh.
And then it's they were saying it's super rare to meet another player on a planet.
Yeah.
But the first day it came out, two streamers were on the same exact planet at the same spot, and they couldn't see each other.
Yeah. Like, biggest issue was they took away stuff that they promised.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest issue.
Like,
Another,
I feel like
oh, yeah.
I feel like it's one of those games to show what we can do with games now. Like we can have these giant games where you could just go wherever you want, all of these areas you can go to, and how pretty games can look now.
Yeah, see, someone put it in a good way. It seemed more like a tech demo than a game.
Yeah.
Like, and they said they're gonna keep updating it, but you shouldn't. Like, yes, I can understand updates to your game afterwards, a little bit after release. You shouldn't be like patching in other content,
Right
unless
away.
it's like really big content,
Yeah.
and that's usually
Like first,
down the road.
yeah, for like small stuff, just delay the game for a couple days and then fix it.
And that's the other thing. It doesn't seem complete because there's too much open stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't seem complete. It looks like they were just getting tired of delaying it over and over again, so they're just like release it now and then we'll fix it later on.
That's a little bit of the biggest issue with higher titles now, they try and like throw out all this new stuff and all that, and it looks cool. It looks great, and I can wait for that. Make it, and I'll be happy. Don't just rush it on to me to
I don't want to buy a broken game and install a day one update for 9 hours to play it.
Yeah.
Do you guys prefer? Sorry.
No, you go.
No, it's just a random question. Do you guys prefer older games or like the newer games?
I'm all for all games.
Yeah,
it's just they have to
all
be
games.
What I mean is like the pixelated RPGs, like that generation, or like this
like...
new one where it's like, you know, first person point of view and everything's like 3D and all this stuff.
I'm back.
Oh hey.
Okay. So dealing with pixels and all that, I like 16 and 32. 8-bit's a little bit like riding the line. It depends, because that one takes a lot. Overall though, I like all graphics and like design as long as the game fits with its design. Like as long as I'm not getting like a pixelated RPG shooter something trying to be Call of Duty.
Well,
like Undertale, for instance.
Yeah.
The art of that game fits what the game is trying to do.
Like if Undertale was like, this is going to be a gritty, edgy, like horror game where you get jump scared and everything.
And it's a pixelated game.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't fit at all.
So as long as the game's direction and art ties together, I'll play it.
I don't know. I feel like the older games were more in depth with like plot and all that, like Earthbound and like all those older games. I just feel like they had more.
Well, going on those are like Japanese, like well, here's the thing with like Japanese games, they're more story in depth, so people can relate in certain ways. Here over in the U.S., we went for more of an action-y approach, like in the moment kind of feel.
Yeah, and with older games, they didn't have as much tech, so they could focus on story and stuff instead of worrying about, are people going to think this looks appropriate?
And that's a big thing. They had to make a good story compelling, because if I'm looking at like Snake's muddled face in Metal Gear Solid, like I'm not going to be like, yes, this is amazing. I understand exactly what's going on. It's like, no.
They focused all their resources on story because that's really all they had.
Yeah. Back in the day, the tech only allowed for story and certain gameplay.
And that gave more, like, that contributed more to fandoms and everything. Gave people reason to, like, love the game and, like, talk about it more.
Which is sadly why some of Final Fantasy died.
Yeah.
Why was you crush my dreams, Warren?
Yeah, but you have that remake coming out.
I'm actually very excited for both the Final Fantasy remake and 15.
It looks cool. Like
my personal opinion, this in 13, it was going for the more sci-fi one, you know?
Yeah.
I just want them to go back to the classic, you know, like medieval steampunkish, almost like of 9, 4, all that, because they're straight up driving around in like
in a car.
Yeah, and they're like fighting giant monsters. It just doesn't fit. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
it's a weird combination.
It's not really a Final Fantasy game. They're just having the name on it.
Exactly.
Squall's best character.
Yeah, but my problem with the Final Fantasy VII remake is it's gonna be episodic instead of just all the.
How do you think they could fit it all in one thing, or do you think that it's good that they're breaking it up?
They could have fit it all in one thing back then, and now with all the graphics fleshed out and everything, there's no way they could put it all in one thing.
I think they could have. And
Well, would
even
you rather have an extra cost to a full thing, or would you rather buy it in increments?
what was that second one?
Like I said, buy it in increments.
I'd rather pay more.
Well, the next thing that's going to be is, since it is episodic, what do you price each one at?
You cut out.
I said, what do you price each one at? Like, since it's episodic, what do you price each chunk at?
Like around 20.
Around 20?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do we know how many chunks there's going to be?
I think it's
No.
3. No, I heard 3 or something.
Well, that's
I
how
haven't
many
heard-
the original had.
What about kind of like Hitman or the Telltale games, right? That type of episodic.
Well, think like Life is Strange. I think more like
Yeah.
episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 things.
So exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
Yes. But Telltale is weird because they have full games and then they have some that are chapter games.
Yeah.
That's a whole new place, whole new story.
But well, you see, the original Final Fantasy VII, it had all the backgrounds were just 2D pictures with the 3D models on top. This, they have to take all the environments and areas and monsters and everything and put them into the high quality models. It'll be a lot of assets and a lot of stuff.
And a lot
But
of
what
rendering.
what they also could have done is, I know quite a bit of games have done it, but not recently. Just have multiple discs.
Justin, I think the word you're
discs
looking
would
for
work.
is high quality rips. Anyway, go ahead. I just had to say that.
All of a sudden, Nate.
Yeah. Let's see here. What to talk about?
10 out of 10 preparation going on.
Yeah.
Hey.
I thought we were still talking about Final
We
Fantasy.
are-
I mean, if you want to talk about
Professionals?
Final Fantasy, you can talk about Final Fantasy. Nate,
Sure.
I don't need you here.
That's rude.
It is rude. Do you guys want to talk more about Final Fantasy? You got any more?
I was going to talk about the Platinum demo that came out for 15.
The Platinum demo. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a demo for 15.
Yeah.
How was that?
Has
you
anyone
try
else
it?
played it, or did I play it?
I've not played it.
I think it was you, because most of us are on PC.
Wasn't it on PC? I thought it was.
Was it on? I don't think so. I don't think it was on Steam.
Alright. Because I know it was on Xbox One and PS4.
I'd have to look, but how
Yeah,
was
but-
it? Did it play like the newer Final Fantasies, or did it play like?
It plays like the newer one. Like, think of... It's a third-character action game. So, like, think of DMC,
Yeah,
Metal
those
Gear
guys.
Rising.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so... this demo, it was in a dream world.
Okay.
So you start off as a kid, and then you get toy weapons, like a toy sword and an axe, and you go through. Like it's mainly for showing off areas of the game.
Yeah.
So you go through, you beat monsters, and the music is top notch, by the way.
I'd assume.
But
They are really good on their music.
yeah, they really are. But the best part of the demo is the end, because you have to fight a boss, and you grow up into your adult guy, where the one you're going to play in the actual 15 game, and you fight this big monster. So you even get the weapons you're going to have in the game. So you get a big great sword and a small, faster sword. So you can like teleport around, throw bombs, use the great sword, switch to the small sword whenever you want.
Do you think in a way that it's better than... Do you think it could bring people back to this newer type of Final Fantasy that they've been trying to push.
I think so. Yeah. Because the areas are great. The character, I love the characters and story in the demo. And even like just playing the game, walking around was fun.
I saw. Didn't they? They showed at E3 there was going to be some VR thing with this.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's what I figured, but how does it work? How could it possibly do a VR with Final Fantasy?
All right, so it's kind of like Time Crisis, which is
What?
not a good comparison. So you put on the VR headset and you use the PS Move or whatever you're going to use, and you have a gun, and you shoot the monsters and you teleport around and you shoot the monster. That's it.
That sounds bad.
So
It was
no
not good.
movement thing. It's just you have to teleport.
Yeah, it's like most Vive games. You only have a box, so you have to teleport around.
Yeah, I know.
But in this, there's no moving. You only way you can move is teleporting.
That sounds really bad.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. How do you guys feel about VR so far? Do you
I'm
like
excited
the
for it.
direction, or are you still waiting on?
It has potential.
Yeah, it definitely has potential. It's just starting off, so we can't say much about it. So we still gotta wait.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I like that these devs are like testing things out here and there, which is good, which is nice.
Yeah.
But people trying to fully make like games right now, like unless your game is like feels like it would be a VR game, you can't make it a VR game.
Yeah. It's like most people are just making smaller games to be like, all right, how are we gonna deal with VR at this moment?
The majority of games fall into two categories for the VR, really. It's either like the bad simulator things that are just like a tech demo, and the other games that focus entirely on standing still and shooting stuff with ridiculous gunplay.
Which
Like
is a little weird that they're only going with things like that so far.
Yeah, the only two games that stand out for me is called Budget Cuts and a game. Oh, I forgot the name of it.
Was it the one in your? Oh, go on.
I.
Oh, I know what that one is. It's the one where you make portals, Justin, and you teleport through, and it looks a bit like it's a spy game.
Oh yeah, that.
That's Budget Cuts. The other one I can't remember the name of.
The one that I liked was the like Attack on Titan-esque game. Like you had, it was like two Vive controllers, and they had like it wasn't Vive controllers in your hands, but it was like you held two like sticks with spikes on them, and the spikes went out and grabbed onto like certain parts, and you could drag yourself with it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see.
I thought it was really cool because like you get movement, but you don't have to move, but you can like look around and everything.
Yeah.
Also, you go.
That reminded me of another game that they're putting on VR that I'm not sure how it's going to work. They're putting in a new Killing Floor game for VR, and it looked like you were in a house trying to shoot off the Zeds and running around. I'm curious how they're going to handle movements in that type of game.
See, here's my thing with those. It's like how you said the two categories. It's like the shooting ones. So far that I've seen with shooting ones, it's like you move slightly here in this area, and you shoot there in this area, but you can't go anywhere else.
With the Killing Floor, are you using a controller or is it like for the Vive?
I didn't see. I saw it had the hand controller because they were showing off how the guns worked on that. Because that was a big part of the games, and it had the headset, but I don't know if it had a separate control for just walking around at the controllers or how that worked.
No,
I think it was just a video.
Probably, but I know some games, like if you have to move, they give you there's like a circle gamepad on the controllers, and you can move your character with that.
Hopefully.
Here's my thing. Do you for VR, Do you think that there can be any other applications besides gaming?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, there's already some schools using it for, like, medical stuff. Like, training people how to do surgeries with it.
Surgeon Simulator.
Yeah, but, like, there's some... I think it was Toledo or something, where they had an entire lab dedicated to medical VR, where they teach you how to do, like, heart surgeries or stuff inside VR.
That's very interesting. I was thinking along the lines of people have thought about VR movie theaters.
I don't see that working out,
Like,
personally.
you go to a movie theater and you put on a VR headset?
Well, I wasn't thinking like that. That would be interesting. But no, I was just thinking like you have VR, you can watch movies through VR.
Oh, you can already do that.
Well, yeah, but like movies specifically made for that. So I guess like the biggest example would be maybe Hard Henry, but like
Oh, okay.
like
That'll be
movies
weird.
that are tailored for it.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work well.
Because the fact that you're looking at it, and the movie isn't designed for you to be moving your head around or anything like that. It's pretty much just a screen to your face at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, if they give you the control of the camera movement, you'll know much of the movie.
Yeah. Well, then I guess that could make more replayability of movies, but
Yeah.
check out other stuff that's happening. But I don't know, it'd be weird.
That would work out.
It would definitely be interesting to see, though.
Yeah, it would.
Let me turn on this.
Talking about movies, Ghostbusters.
Zach, get in here.
Yeah, Zach in here. So what did you think about Ghostbusters?
I didn't see the new one.
Oh, you haven't?
Because like any of us have seen it.
I have.
Okay, you see?
No.
Is it good?
It's terrible.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Can you explain to me why it's terrible? Because I've heard, like, people have said as a movie, it's but, like, if you're thinking Ghostbusters, is ugh.
As Ghostbusters, it's so terrible. But even for me, just being a general movie, it's not good.
What I've heard people say, it's like SNL. It's like an
Yeah,
SNL skit for,
it's
like,
definitely-
an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's strip and SNL skit.
I heard the first joke of the movie is a
Queefing joke.
Yeah, that's horror. And then all the men in or something.
Yeah, all the men in the movie are stereotypical retarded men.
Oh, so we're talking like testosterone-filled, like, idiots.
Yeah, like Chris Hemsworth's character.
Yeah.
He's the receptionist for these new Ghostbusters, and sitting at his desk, and the phone starts ringing, and he just keeps messing with his computer. One of the Ghostbusters has to tell him the phone is ringing.
That's bad. But okay, Caleb. So that what's her name? Leslie. That stereotype. How's that played out in the movie?
Which one was Leslie?
AFC.
Oh,
You
Jesus,
are
Zach.
not allowed to say that.
Jesus.
I honestly
Zach.
think
You are not allowed.
Does grape soda
You
involved?
need to
You get
stop
out.
talking.
Well, it's so
You-
stereotypical.
No,
don't
don't
stop.
even start. You
Stop.
have
You haven't
already
seen it.
wasted.
I have.
Stop.
she's not even that. She is honestly the best character in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
She's actually. I've seen her on SNL. She's pretty good. As an actress, she's very spontaneous, but she has good
Yeah.
delivery.
But she is definitely the best character out of all the characters in this new Ghostbusters movie.
Well, I suppose that's not saying much if all
Yeah,
the characters are
it's-
bad.
It's not saying much at all.
What makes me sad is that seems to be, I think, her first movie appearance.
Yeah.
Probably her last after that Twitter issue.
Did they cancel the second movie? I thought I heard they canceled.
No.
I do not know.
They announced it as soon as they were released. They were making the movie. They said they had a sequel planned, but now
Jeez.
it only made like 70 million, and it made like 144 to make.
It didn't even break even.
But to let you guys know how evil the villain of this movie is he's a ghost, and he's just some dude who killed himself.
Man,
Like there's nothing special about him. He was just bullied,
the ball.
and he killed himself.
Like
That's
that deserves a ceremony. Like just straight up, they're just like, and the movie sucks. Okay, let's go home.
Yeah, and he's straight up God in this movie. Like he can do so much for no reason.
I've heard
So
he has all those gozer powers.
So
Yeah.
what for an example, like what can he do?
Alright. The only thing he really does is at the very end, and I doubt anyone cares about spoilers.
No.
So
It's been out long enough. If someone's like gonna get
and the movie's terrible. But the very end is he's trying to open the gates to the ghost dimension the entire movie, and he finally does. So all these ghosts are coming out, and for some reason the cops, like every single cop in New York or wherever they are like pointing guns at him, and he just mind controls them all at once. Every single cop. And like he controls them all in a second without even thinking about it. Then the Ghostbusters roll up, and he lets them be. He lets them win.
He's just like, well, the main characters are here.
Yeah.
Guess I gotta die.
He's like, oh, I can control all these people, but I'm gonna let them beat me.
Maybe he was having a mental strain. He was just like, I can't let go of those three over there to get control of the Ghostbusters.
So here's a question. I heard people were complaining about how they actually fought the ghosts. Do they just kill them?
Bad. No. At first they're like actual Ghostbusters, but near the end they don't capture any. They just shoot them.
That's messed up. Just kill them.
Yeah.
I heard they just murder them all. So
Murder all ghosts.
Yeah, but the
Ghost
way
lives matter.
they actually seal the ghost portal dimension by there's two Swimers now. There's male Swimer and a female Swimer actually. And somehow Swimer gets control of the Ecto-1. Like he's driving it around. And the way they realize how they had to close the portal is like set off a nuke inside the portal.
Is this Avengers?
I didn't know we were
Apparently.
Hero 6.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, we gotta make a nuke in the portal. How are we gonna do that? And Swimer, they cut to Swimer and the Ecto-1, and he just drives the Ecto-1 into the portal, and they shoot all the energy stuff on the Ecto-1, and then explodes and closes the portal.
I have a brain tumor from listening to that.
It's bad. Like Swimer strip kills himself by driving into the ghost portal so the Ghostbusters can shoot it. And the cameos are terrible.
Well, I heard what was the best? Someone said like or whatever, or Dan Aykroyd, one of the best, and Bill Murray's was horrible.
Bill Murray's is the worst cameo.
I thought doesn't he die?
Yeah, they kill him.
That's
What?
What?
All right.
Okay. So,
I think we're good.
are we good?
I think so.
Can you tell me if we're good?
We're good.
Yeah, we need confirmation. All right.
We're good.
Let's go.
Okay. So after that long hiatus, bathroom breaks, and other such things, what do you guys want to
That
talk?
episode.
That episode. What?
It still
What?
says we're offline.
Oh.
It's going up.
Come
Don't worry about
on,
it. It's
Nate.
up.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it's live. It's live.
You
We're good.
okay?
All
Okay.
right.
We've been live for 50 seconds.
So what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's talk about the anniversary of Metroid.
The anniversary of Metroid. So what happened? Give me a scoop.
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
yeah.
We're good.
Well, something did happen, but the Nintendo shut it down immediately.
Huh. So after that.
Yeah,
long
this guy has been.
That episode.
What?
It still says we're offline.
Excuse me, Nate. What?
It's going up.
Come
Don't
on.
worry about
Nate.
All right. So what happened was a guy has been remaking Metroid 2 like completely with many bosses, new mechanics, and everything.
Mhm.
So he finally released it on the anniversary of Metroid, and immediately Nintendo shut it down, and that's all that has happened with the anniversary.
So they just straight. All right. Well.
Yeah, so the fans of Metroid have been giving Metroid more justice than Nintendo itself.
Oh geez.
And then they shut it down.
Yeah. But there are people who have the remake and they're uploading the files online anyway.
Do you think Nintendo's gonna shut it down?
Maybe. Like, I downloaded it and the file was called Fuck You Nintendo.
See, I'm waiting for it to be where it's like passed from USB drive to USB drive, and she's like, "Hey, you got that Metroid?
You got that
game?
Metroid? I want it. $50.
They'll never be able to fully get rid of it. It'll be like those Project M and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's gonna always have the file and probably spread it."
But
Yeah,
still.
that's what happened. That's what happened with Project M. They stopped development and even took the download links down. And people are like, hey, here's the download links for you guys.
Nice.
So I feel like the files for the game are always going to be on the internet, but Nintendo's not going to be happy about it.
Oh boy, that's something.
I'm surprised they let the Mother 4 one pass.
Yeah, for
Then-
real.
But then again, that's such a smaller thing. But I mean, still.
Maybe they did want to bring Mother back. You know.
No, 'cause, the Mother 4 fan game that's been going on for a couple years. People have been working on it,
Well, yeah.
and Nintendo
Yeah.
hasn't done anything. But then again, I think they might have had eToys blessing with that. I'm not sure.
Maybe. It's
I
like,
think they just want another like. They're probably happy that there's a successor. Like the creators, like yes, people enjoyed my game.
yeah.
Good.
Like,
Metroid's more of a main series for Nintendo. That's why.
Yeah. But it's like, they haven't done anything with it in so many years.
No, they did. You gotta forget that 3DS mini game garbage.
Yeah, Federation Force.
I thought you were talking about Nintendo Land.
No. Nintendo Land is a better game than Federation Force.
You telling me that Samus game in Nintendo Land is better than Federation?
Well, you see, that's
Yes.
the key word, Samus. As in, there is none in the other one.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Hold
In
on.
Federation Force, there's no Samus. It's just a bunch of minigames as the Marines.
So you're just a random Marine.
Yeah,
What?
with minigames to do.
That reminds me of like that Halo, like Combat Evolved. I think was what it was. Like
That's the first Halo
it's
game.
not Halo, but it's got
ODST.
Halo.
Combat Evolved was the first Halo game.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of what it was.
Halo
the
Wars?
iPad one. The like the
Oh,
one that
Combat
they put on
Spartan Assault.
Spartan Assault. Yeah. I don't know. I'm being stupid. I don't know, man. I didn't play Halo, which is a sad thing. I've wanted to play Halo.
It's super fun.
heard it's really good.
I only played the first
I've played
two.
like multiplayer. I've played multiplayer as people, but
I mainly focus on the story for Halo, and it's been good except for the last two.
the one by like 343 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they dropped it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
that Spartan Assault game, I'm like, it's Halo, but it's not Halo.
Yeah, it's not Halo. Yeah, but the Halo 4 wasn't. It was pretty bad. Halo 5 is better, but still not great.
Let's see here.
Yeah, but Halo Wars 2, super excited.
Halo Wars 2.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
No, I'm at. I love Halo Wars, so I'm super excited.
Yes.
Like I
So,
usually don't like RTSs, but Halo Wars I liked a lot.
So I see we're a little bit out of topics for today. Do you guys have any closing remarks you'd like to give? Good.
There we
Stay
go.
thirsty, my friend.
Stay thirsty. Okay. Anything from you, Caleb, or you're just gonna...
I'm just here.
Alright. Any no shoutouts, no anything?
Shout outs to my boy Harambe.
Your boy Harambe, okay. I would just like to say this was a little rocky. Hopefully we can fix it a little bit later.
Yeah.
A little.
And we'll probably be a little bit more organized next time. So